was putting these screws in to put the back on. I'm pretty sure that's what we're doing anyway. I gotta say where we are in this series. Where we left off is I didn't know which screws. Like I put them all in these things and I recorded everything, but when I went and looked at my notes, um, I didn't know which of these screws went in here. Now I think I kind of have some idea. Basically, I think these last four screws are recorded, so those are for this top part that detaches the camera, and then I think all the screws that were just kind of out or just popped out easily, plus this one right here in number 17, I think go in here. And then I think one of these will go in here too that attach the back brace and goes through here. So yeah, I am kind of just figuring this out because this is like a not 100% sure with the screws, but when I look at the lengths and just based on the way I took it apart and the research that I did, if you've been following, it's been total mess. This is my first. I made this same kind of mistake before, but I made it in a different way. So I'm hoping this will be my first ever successful phone repair. I am just going to get chat set up here so that for those that are following along on the live stream, I can respond to your messages. Cool. So we have that. And then I will be following some other videos. I'll put these in the chat too right now. That's one, the Uber Geeks, and then the other one, I had to dig these out. But so the good thing about putting everything streams is then you have them out. Okay, we are going to get going here now. Wow, I haven't streamed in like, I've really been, if you follow my channel, I have not been posting as much this past week or so. I've been just doing some other life stuff, I guess. It was kind of nice to have a break. But now, I am glad that I am back. So, okay, I want my mouse. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so just to see where we are. In the video, so annoying. The UI for just being able to chat with you gets on my nerves. That's something I look forward to improving, maybe with OBS or something. But right now this is the setup. So why is that one there? Okay, Uber Geeks. Moving the screen.
Once you're done with that, we're going to remove the back plate. So we want to go ahead and make the adjustment, align them in the right position, and then close it down.
All right, sorry, I gotta do one thing real quick. All right, did the thing.
All right,
so yeah, I think we're here at about 9:45 timestamp on the Uber Geeks video.
Everything in the right position. Then I'm holding on to that, and you can put all the screws back in on the side. Again, I have a missing screw here, but for your case, you should be able to put all the screws back in.
All right, okay, so we're mostly just going to be putting in the screws that were kind of that were miscellaneous in the last video where we were actually working on this, and I just wasn't reviewing what I did. So I think that screw I actually got wrong. I may take that out. First I got to figure out what screw head we're dealing with. I should put on gloves. All right. Gloves are kind of like a love thing. I love them because they keep my hands from getting bad things. I hate them because they keep my hands from breathing. Okay, it looks like there's some sort of Loctite or something on that screw. Where did I get that from? I got that from up here in the miscellaneous. Okay, so I'm going to move all the miscellaneous screws to a lower area. I'm going to put them in, not the final one over, because that one was just different. I think it's the same, but I'm going to put them in 125, 126, and 127. Okay. Okay, I think it's a Phillips driver for this part. Phillips head. And I'm basically just going to copy which ones he puts out. I'm going to take this one out and see if it's the same size as the other one, because I was like, oh, this is the one I'm sure about. And then I went back in the other video, like, I'm actually not sure about this one right here. So I'm just going to see if it's, I'm just going to look at it and compare the length. I want another magnet. Compare the length to the other screws, because I think, like, if there's one that goes through the camera section, it'll probably need to be longer because it'll go through another, it'll also go through this bracket up here, or one of those, I think this one, I'm not positive. And if I don't have a screw that's long enough, that's not going to work. I guess I should be able to take it out if it's wrong. So I think this screw, when I'm looking at it, I think it actually is longer than one I took out. Yeah, it's, I guess, a millimeter or two longer. That one, go back in 120, whatever that is, 125. So yeah, so I do think this screw that I had in here that I was like, oh, that's the correct space for it to go. I think it's actually going to end up moving to this other side over here, up here. But I'm going to leave it. I'm going to assume I was right, and that maybe the second time that I was looking at it, I was not right. I forget what I just got up to check. Oh, right. I want my little measuring device, which I don't think I'm actually going to use, but whatever. Okay. So I will put this screw back where I found it. I'm just doing it finger tight there. Finger tight, hand tight, all the tights.
Once you have that installed, get the bracket, put the bracket back on, and we are installing the home button bracket here.
Installing the home button bracket, did I put the home button in? There is a home button in there. Right? There's the home button. No, that's a camera. What's this? That must be some sort of, that's a sensor of sorts. Okay, so I must have, yeah, the home button's in. Right, I kind of have a hassle. That was, okay. I'm in the Uber Geeks video still. I'm realizing watching this, like, I need another monitor. I'm like, this is, I have one kind of lined up that I think I'm gonna grab, but it doesn't have. All right, quick aside, because I'm thinking of it. Is there HDMI to display port cable? Interesting. Okay, that exists. The one I'm looking at doesn't have a display port, and I need that for any dedicated GPU. That was weird. All right, cool.
Okay, once we have all that installed, let's go ahead and get going with the front camera. So you want to align these two little holes here with the, okay.
Okay, so he does that, and then he does the I guess that's kind of a next thing. I'm just gonna get some of these screws in. Um, yeah, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't really know why. Maybe just the way my mind's working. Why is this? Oh, that's why. Driving me nuts. There we go. Driving me nuts. Okay. This one. So I'm taking the screw from 125. It's hard to see over here. I can put a light on, but I like the natural light. Oh, I'm using the wrong driver. These are the sort of like the 3-head thing, and I'm using this is a Phillips for some reason, which kind of has me tripping the other screw. But I can see now my other screws in like 20. So okay, so just while I'm here, um, I gotta get some light over here. Um, looking at the head types, the 14 is that I still can't see. It's so difficult with the black mat. 16. Okay, so 7 is not a Phillips. It's the 3-prong, and that makes 19. I'm hard to tell what that is. 20 is the 3. 21, hard to tell. Also looks like a 3-prong. I know. Got 2 screws on my magnetic head, and then 22 is a 3-prong. So maybe that will, like, there should just be a screw diagram for this. It drives me nuts. It looks like, yeah, that's also a 3-prong. 19 is also a 3-prong. So I was hoping the prongs would indicate where the screws go. Okay, I'm just gonna start putting stuff in now. When I have the 3-prongs, the 3-prong. I have my up in the top left here. I think this is what I put this at. I'm not sure if I was really thinking, but these were the drivers that I was using commonly. That's star. These two are Phillips. Where's my 3-prong? Yeah. PH. Oh, wait, no. Y. So hard to see, man. I need a. I'm so unprepared because I haven't done this very long yet. Like, I need the gear. I need, like, like a magnifying glass or whatever. Is this a 3-prong? We're just gonna find out by trying to get in a bit, I guess. We're in a screw. I'm trying to like magnet up the correct one. All right. The weird thing is this battery's been sitting so long, I now don't know if it's gonna work. And I'm like multimeter shopping. I'm not putting these in any particular space. I'm just hoping they're all the same size. Um, yeah, so I'm multimeter shopping and like the nightmare that is. This is not, there's something about this I don't like. I don't really understand the point of the backplate. I guess it's just to protect the screen. Left, wait for it to click. I drive the screw in. I guess this is just to hold this in place. All right, now I'm going to the, is this trash? I feel like this is trash. I need a little trash can over here. A little makeshift trash can real quick. Let's do this. What is this? Already is kind of a makeshift trash can. Okay. Alright, so I'm grabbing what is 126 now. Sorry, 128. This is why people don't get black mats. I got black mats because I thought this was not the black, just the. Well, I did prefer black over blue. Blue feels hard on the eyes. But I wanted like a magnetic thing. This mat is not magnetic, just part of it that's magnetic, so I don't know, man. I have a feel it's like repair mats are like multimeters. There's like not a perfect one. Kind of depends on the situation. The problem is I want a multimeter for electronic stuff, but I also want for fixing small electric vehicles. And I don't know like what the best one is. This screw is really hard to get on. I kind of have a feeling I have the wrong size driver. I could have like a better size driver. Here's the Y. This is the smallest Y driver that I think I have. I want to double check real quick. I have other drivers right here. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm supposed to have a smaller one, but I'm very annoyed with that. Hard to get it on the thing. I wonder what that Phillips, like, it stresses me out that I have that Phillips there because, oh man, I dropped that on the ground. I have to clean that up. Stresses me out that I have that Phillips there covered up with something and then it's the wrong, I'm not supposed to have that Phillips there. I'm gonna have to take a bunch of stuff apart, but maybe that's not for now to worry about. Right. I haven't looked at this thing so long, it like feels a little, I'm like, feel like I'm moving faster, a little unfamiliar with it. This does not seem to be. Interesting. Okay, so I have to like sort of bend the back plate towards it a little bit in order for this screw to be close enough. All right, I'm gonna grab what's in. That was in 128 apparently. Or oh wait, no, that wasn't. That was in. It was 126. That was 126, not 128. This is 127. This screw. And I think these are all around the sides. All these are going around the sides. I haven't put any in the top except for that one that we started with that was in. Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay, now we'll grab what's in 129. This is the very last little rectangular storage section on the repair mat. It's this screw. And I'm going to put this one. up here, and that's going to leave me with one on the side that is not correct. So I do have a feeling that this other screw that I put in first, like very first before we even started this video today, one with the Phillips head drive, I do have a feeling that screw is incorrect. But well, that doesn't make sense though. We're missing one screw here, and I don't know if it's assembled that way. It's possible, like in the tutorial, his was missing a screw. I'm wondering if that was just like a assembly line, and they're like, look, it doesn't really matter. Um, or if I'm missing the screw somewhere, I'm not sure. That does make me want to choose which ones I got here. So which ones I'm securing in. Uh, I'm just gonna go back over to the other side. This thing's stressing me out and fell on the floor. Like it has an adhesive on it. The adhesive just picked up a bunch of dust. It's like potential headache. Oh wow. Just realized I haven't looked at chat in forever. Alright, no chats. Quiet today. I kind of expect it to be quiet just based on when I'm streaming, but you know, would be cool if I don't know. Maybe I should stream in a different language at this time of day. Alright. That one's in. Alright, so the back plate's kind of secure. Now we are going to why does this have no sound? Or is he not talking? Seems like there's no sound to me. What's up with that?
Installing the bracket. Once you have that installed, get the bracket, put the bracket back on.
The problem with taking big breaks like this is like you'll forget things like orientation the bracket goes or whatever. Like, oh, it'll be obvious, but like I mean, it just takes extra mental energy. Like I'm always trying to reduce my mental energy with this. It's always, because like it's easy to mess stuff up, I guess. Maybe you could say, oh, mechanical mind or something. So it appears that it goes like this. And it's actually difficult not to touch the other electrical components here. That's how it feels to me anyway. So I don't know if the right move is to put this on with tweezers or what. But yeah. Okay, I think I just got it on in the right position. What I think that I have here is the right screw lengths. Well, I guess you just push it down. And this whole back plate just pushes down. Just got to get the right things. Okay. And now what I have to do is just realize I have the notes that I took, but I had to get them over here. Oh, okay. Where is it? There it is. Let's download that. And just, oh, huh. That doesn't like that. Oh, like what? What's happening? That's not what I wanted to do at all. Just need to undo what I just did. Yeah, okay, cool. Where's the correct file? Tell me I sent it. Oh, I didn't. I put it elsewhere. Okay. Memory fail. Do 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 do. All right. Should be right here. There it is. Got it. Now I have it. And now open it. Yes. Okay, great. I have my notes. Okay, so I had notes. If you have I streamed the notes in probably the most recent video, the most recent video in this series slash stream. You'll see the notes. And so I have, okay, so I have, excellent. So I searched out which screws are where on this. So that was the nice thing about doing everything that I had to do. Is now I kind of have a basis for the rest of these screws go, and I don't have to like reverse watch as much again. So I don't know. I'm just stoked. It feels good to be learning stuff and moving forward. Okay. Home button bracket far screw. I even wrote where in the video I had it. So I have to figure out what far left is, and then all these screws should be straightforward. I'm going to go to the third video in this series. Yeah, I'm going to be getting another monitor. I'm going to get another monitor, so we'll have a monitor right here, and it'll just better. That's my plan. Okay. Let's see. We're going to the third video. Mark the timestamp. And I said this is the far left screw. 2700, timestamp 2700.
Very thorough. It's like it's the type of stuff that is easier to do judgment calls on when you actually have some experience. But like when I'm doing the first time, okay, so the phone is screened with the home button furthest from me.
Okay. If the phone is sitting with the home button further away from me, I don't know why I would do it this way. Yeah, every time I was sitting. Oh.
All the way to the far left, I took that screw out, and I'm going to put that screw into number 19.
Okay, so the far left screw is number 19. That's too funny, man. Why did I do it all the way away from me? That's funny. These are the little things that you just pick up from doing stuff like this. Like you do stuff silly, you always do it better the second time. Well, okay, maybe I won't say you, but like, all right, so this one's in number 19. I just got it. The first one's always the hardest. And like I think that's why it's so important to do new projects, is because you never know. Like people be like, "Oh, I'm good at that," or and it's like you never know if you are, or you just like haven't done the thing. Like just do the thing and you learn the stuff. All right, so I just turned that screw just enough to get it. I turned it to left and I got to seat a little bit so you can see I have a little bit of this bracket now. I can move it around, right? I want to get all the screws seated before screwing the bracket down. Right, like basic sort of screw. There's kind of this is kind of an art feely type of thing. Like I don't know, this is science, but like just you know, you don't want to screw something all the way down and then you don't have any motion in your bracket. All right, let's go back to the screw diagram, and then I say home button bracket second to the far left. That's number 20. All right, so I'm going to grab the one out of 20 in my little repair mat, and then I'm going to go second to the far left. Did that click? Okay, this is why I did the other one that way, because I have to move the bracket a little bit to get this screw seated. And this is just like sort of basic housing stuff with anything mechanical. Or any like cover, you know, just any mechanical fix like a cover or a bracket or a thing. Like, did I get that seated? I think that's okay. That's seated. That might have been too far. I screwed it in. Okay, and then 21 is the middle directly over the home. Interesting. This 21. Okay, directly over the home button is 21. This one. Was that a click? This driver really doesn't seem perfect for this. I might have twisted that one in too far, but we'll see if it's a problem. And then 22, home button bracket all the way to the 8. Great. Okay. So 22 with the home with the. I'm assuming that I didn't reorient the phone. Also, I don't know how much it matters for this section. I'm not sure it like. Right, like in the end, if something doesn't fit together, something millimeter, and it makes the phone crappy or not work, that's a problem. But if something's wrong, but it still is like works, it's just like a slight thing, whatever, then that doesn't really matter. So it is really only finger tight. I start to go strip the screw if I go any harder than finger tight. I'm just as soon as it like pops out, I stop because I'm not trying to strip screws. All right, that's in. That's excellent. Okay, great. What is next?
And we are installing the home button here.
I turned the volume up real quick. It's a little lower than I want it to be. And just turn it up a wee bit. Okay. I grab some water too while I'm here. Okay. If I had a working phone at the end of this, that'd be so cool. I'd be so amped. I want to succeed. Okay. What do we got? I'll just wait it out. He's fixing the wrong button. He's doing what I just did. Just fast forward, I guess.
Once you have all the installed, let's go ahead and get going with the front camera.
Okay.
To align these two little holes here.
Okay, front camera. I want to align two what holes? Where? Just checking. We're now at 10:58 on the Uber.
Going with the front camera. So you want to align these two little holes here onto the phone.
Okay, front camera aligned to those two holes. This is a nightmare. Look at this office of a thing. Like this thing goes up and then curves, so it's important to get this first step right, and I don't. And okay, it looks like he has these little golden dots
onto the phone,
which I would imagine are some sort of electrical connections, just because they are gold or gold plated. Yeah, gold is a great conductor, and it won't like copper rust or whatever. Gold does not. Oh, he's saying the two little holes. Okay, so these. I'll show the camera. Oh man, new screen stoked. Okay, so there's these two holes, right? There's screw holes, and then in those between them, there's these two plastic extrusions. Is that the right word? There's these two plastic little kind of sticking out parts, and there's two holes on either side of the golden. I don't know if you can really see. There's like it's a little part that I'm holding between my thumb and there. There on either side of the gold, there's those two holes, and I believe he's saying those on there, and that's what I'm going to try to do. That seems very difficult. I'm scared that I'm going to damage this in some way. So I am going to see what he says to do next. I don't know how to. I guess I can kind of push it on with a screwdriver. I'm just trying to be very gentle. Oh, wow, okay, that one. When I push one on, the other one comes off. So it's very difficult for me to get this on. Given my current process and tool setup. Push that on.
And then make sure that the bracket is reconnect back to the mounting bracket here, the white.
Okay, the bracket is reconnected. Okay, so I think he's putting. He's putting this tiny thing, this thing that folds up and up that, this little thing. I think he's putting that inside that little space. Let's see if I can give it a little more. That space. That was probably blurry for you. Let's see. I'll get better at that. Like to anyway. Okay. Let's see if I can just get that screwed in. Or that just plugged in. Does it just pop in? Let's see if that just pops in. All right, nope. I'm taking a break. This is time to take a break. We had some success. Yeah. Time to stop before I do something silly. We'll look at another video, but I need a little mental break. So thank y'all for tuning in. I will see you in the next one. We will continue this, or we will continue another one of my projects. One of the projects. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this or it was helpful. Thanks, guys. And